Maybe? I don't know. Maybe there's another phase. See, this phase felt a little easy. So maybe they just really wanted you to suffer.
Ready to launch.
I have a rainbow cross art. And then they hit you with a relatively easy actual final boss. They just want to really annoy you first.
This is the end.
Is that a dumbbell? Is this weapon a dumbbell? Okay.
Well done, my altar. Ego, you have broken the chains, the shackles of natural law which imprison this body. Long at last, I feel free. Yes, this is it. My true desire, freedom.
Oh no, that does not look good.
Now that the Keeper is gone, the fabric of time is starting to unravel. I was born from Chronomon, so I understand. I can hear it. The words, thank you. Just as Chronomon wished, the Keeper of Time is now no more.
What will happen to the world now?
If things keep going, the damage will be worse than the Shinjuku Inferno. Actually, it's already happening.
Digimon.
Inori, so you've realized already. There is a way to fix everything. A way to restore a world that has lost its Keeper of Time.
Get a new Keeper of Time.
I must take on that role myself, in Chronomon's place. And I have the power to do so. Even if I am bound by the chains of natural laws.
A cog in the machine?
That is what Chronomon planned all along. The very reason I was born. Maybe the higher being heard Chronomon's wish and accepted it. That's why Agent appeared, dressed like an anime character. To lead us to this future. Our one and only future.
No! Don't do this to me, Digimon! Don't leave me like this! I don't want to lose anyone anymore. I'm sick of it!
Don't cry, Inori. Time exists everywhere in the world. In other words, I will always be by your side. So this probably isn't such a bad thing. I will always be watching over you. I will always be praying for your happiness.
Well.
And finally, thank you, Inori, on that day, at that place, for finding me when I had just hatched.
What about me? Am I also stuck in this weird time dimension now? Because I'm part of him? I guess so. That was weird.
I can handle the rest by myself. In the next world, I'll make sure that the gate doesn't open. That'll make it so the war never happened. So then, all the things she lost should be back to normal.
I don't know, this does not sound like
Of
peaceful,
course,
happy music.
It'll also make it so we'll never meet. But as long as she's happy, I'm okay with that. Inori will be somewhere in the world. As long as I can feel that, I can get through an eternity or two. But at the very least, I want you to watch over her closely. I know it's selfish of me to ask, but you definitely understand how I feel, right? Because after all, you are the other me.
But if he makes it so they never met, will he be good enough? Like, have a pure part enough to, be able to fight Chronomon? In every, like, timeline? Because he was only able to do that because he got rid of his
was
hatred.
a tale of two worlds.
I don't know, time confuses me.
The world of humans and the world of Digimon. As a result of the two worlds converging, Aegiomon met a human girl. By living among the humans, he learned of their kindness and formed a deep bond with them. But meanwhile, Chronomon was sowing the seeds of chaos that would guide the world to certain destruction. Aegiomon learned of his destiny to become the Great Guardian and rose up to face the challenge of protecting the world. However, during a battle, the girl disappeared into the ether. To rescue his companion, Aegiomon awakened the power over time that lay dormant within him. But in a tragic chain of events, he lost control over his power and set the world on a path to ruin, all according to Chronomon's machinations. Aegiomon fell into a deep despair from his failure to save his partner and from causing the destruction of the world. But fortune smiled upon the Great Guardian and offered him another chance. This time, Aegiomon used his mastery over time unselfishly and changed the tragic fate of Iliad's champions. Together, the 12 warriors awakened their true power as Iliad's protectors, found the girl, and vanquished Chronomon once and for all. However, even his demise at the hands of the Olympus 12 was part of Chronomon's grand design. I will take the place of the Keeper of Time. Despite knowing what that would entail, Aegiomon was resolute. He wished for the girl's happiness and sought to return everything she had ever lost to her, by offering the time they spent together as a cost. The gate connecting the two worlds had closed, once again separating them.
What is
Though
happening
his
to
partner was
Inori's
now
back?
a world apart, Aegiomon would continue to watch over her, forever, as he promised.
It's like she dislocated her entire upper body. That looked so weird. I know she's like a shadow puppet, but still. Oh, we're back at the beginning.
Huh? Wow, cool! That's an alpha model! Can I hold it for a minute? Is it really the real thing? You? Please behave, would you? Oh, I am so sorry about... Bloody Nori! Come on. Huh?
Aww.
For just a moment.
And we still never get to see Inori's mom, who should also still be alive now. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Overall, I really liked the game. There were just two, maybe 3 things I didn't like. But overall, really good game. Definitely, I would say my favorite Digimon game so far. I'm gonna have to play it again. And I think there might be post-game. But oh my god, they stepped up the cinematics in this game. They were beautiful. And I liked the Olympus 12 and the tie-ins to Greek mythology. That was cool. I still have a few more cards I need to collect too. I like the card game. I think a lot of people don't like the card game because it's like very RNG heavy, but I liked it. Still better than Pokemon ZA. Pokemon ZA was fun for me. But I just, like, I know Nintendo could do so much more with their graphics and they just choose not to. I see a lot of people argue like, oh, maybe you're just too old for Pokemon, but no, that's like not it. Like, they have more money than anyone. They could just make a prettier game. Like, imagine a Pokemon game with this level of graphics that would go so hard. But no, this game was really, really good. I loved all the Digimon they chose to include. I hope in the next one they include like even more. But I got to see a lot of Digimon that I've never like seen before or gotten to play with before. So really fun, really fun. I like being able to mess with time, and I feel like they gave you the option to like freely go between the times at a good point in the story. Better than them giving it to you like too early or too late. But yeah, I think the only things I didn't like were the Junomon fight, and I think the Junomon fight is why I didn't like the first part of the final boss, because the Junomon fight, the whole thing just keeps getting like worse and worse because you deal less and less damage, right? And the only way to like mitigate that is to use the field agent skill. But this fight starts off, this final boss fight starts off by saying, hey, you can't use any agent skills. So the thing that you used to make the Juno fight less awful until I think there's a point in that fight where you also can't use agent skills. It's been too long. I don't remember. But the thing you used before, you can't do in this fight. So it's just going to be a really long slog. So I honestly thought that I was going to have to go through that entire fight doing like 20 damage at a time to that boss. Because they had already set that precedent with the Junomon fight, you know? And I did not want to sit through that. Luckily, that wasn't the case. It did eventually become a normal fight, but because they'd set the precedent with Junomon, I was angry because I thought I really was going to have to go through doing baby damage the whole time. But again, luckily, that wasn't the case. And then the only other thing I didn't like was the Hiroko quest, where you had to go find all the Hiroko in the different worlds. But I mean, you have the option to use a guide because we live in an age where the internet is a thing. I just don't like using guides. But you can make that less annoying for yourself. But yeah, that was it. That was it. Everything else, really amazing. The amount of quests, perfect balance. Kind of weird that the very end of the game was very quest heavy, but I feel like that's normal for games. Right before a final boss, they do just hit you with every optional thing you could ever do. Like Expedition 33 does that. At the very end, the whole world opens up to you and you just can do whatever you want. Like, you don't have to do the side quests if you don't want to do the side quests. But of course I want to do them. But yeah. These are very long end credits. I've kind of like run out of things to say. Yeah. I don't know that there's really anything I would change about this game. I think the plot was really good. I'm kind of sad that because I know Greek mythology, I did spoil the Chronomon thing for me. Because the game had set up Chronomon to be like a hero or the Great Guardian or whatever from the beginning. And I'm like, but Kronos is a Titan. And then, you know, the plot of the game. So, darn. Curse me for knowing things. Whatever. Whatever. I'm pretty sure we all could have guessed that anyway, outside of knowing anything about Greek mythology. It's fine. But this does give me a lot of hope about where this series is going to go in the future. Because I really hated Pokemon, dear God, Digimon Survive. I did not finish that game. I really, really did not like it. But I loved Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory, Next Order, and all the like earlier story games. But Survive made me sad that that was the direction that they were going to be going in from now on. But then they hit us with this game, and this game was so worth the wait. So worth the wait. How are there still credits? We could skip. We could skip. I always feel bad skipping the credits, though, because these are the people that made this amazing game possible. Not that I'm reading them. Someone is reading them. But they did a great thing. This game, graphically beautiful. Storyline, I really liked. Quests, I really liked. I hope there is post-game. And I hope we get to see a little bit more of Inori's dad. I do wish we'd gotten a little bit more of him at the end. Outside of the quest where he like sent Hiroko mail and we had to go deal with that nonsense and see what it was that caused you and Inori's mom, who I don't think she has a name. Anyway, caused Inori's mom and little brother to die. That was interesting. But I still wish we'd seen a little bit more of him at the end. Because we got a good amount of him in the early game and then just nothing. Literally nothing. NG Plus with the changed timeline. Well, I am gonna have to play through this game again on Mega Hard. We played on hard difficulty, but you don't unlock Mega Hard or whatever it's called until you beat the game once. And I don't think this game was particularly difficult. Some things were just tedious, like that, the first part of that final boss fight, which I'm gonna keep bringing up. I'm sorry. But that probably would not be on the channel. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. But I do want to use different Digimon. I really wanted to keep switching up the team, but then I just didn't. I grew attached to the Digimon we were using. They started a new song, which makes me think we're nowhere near the end of these credits. Oh my god. But we probably will do the DLC at the very least. I need to look into what it entails. I think the DLC does offer like extra quests or like bonus chapters or something. But if it's just like, here you can now fuse, or not fuse, you can now digivolve for this Digimon, then I don't know that I care about that. But if there's actual like content, we'll probably play it. I just didn't want to watch the trailer for the DLC in case it spoiled anything in this story for me, so I don't really know yet. I'll look into it. Produced by Bandai Namco. Good job, Bandai. Gold star. Are we free? Is that it? Oh? Ceresmon? And all of the Olympus 12?
I will protect Iliad's peace, no matter what. This is neither duty nor destiny. This is my own will, my own vow. The future is something we must grasp with our own hands, and let the names of those who support me in my oath, the Olympus 12, be known far and wide. May their names reach worlds far beyond our own!
To a world far, far away. Okay. Alright, I guess that is it. Oh, this is cute. I like this load screen. But yeah, overall, really like the game. Sorry I got a little salty today. I dislike wasting my time, or feeling like I'm wasting my time, and I don't know. I don't know. The boss fight wound up being fine, but not knowing that it was going to change to be something less annoying is stressful to me. But I play these games blind, so in a way, I do it to myself, but I just wish they would have done the first part of that final boss fight a little differently. Like, maybe if he hadn't reduced my damage to like 1/10 of what it should be, it would have been fine. Like, I would have been down to like keep depleting his health and have it re-heal to full if I was dealing a remotely normal amount of damage. You know, I'm too impatient. I know I'm impatient. I accept it. It's a thing. But yeah, overall, really, really good game. I will look into the DLC.